Bo. Good evening. I'd like to call the Satsuma City Council to order for our regular meeting of March 3rd, 2025. Start our meeting as we always do. We ask that everyone turn their cell phones to either off or silent. We'll have an invocation. It'll be followed by the pledge. I guess it'll be my turn tonight, so if you would, please stand, and we'll start with invocation, followed by the pledge. Reverend Father, we ask that you go be with us tonight as we address the needs of our city. We pray for those members of our community that's lost loved ones, especially a couple of families that are dealing with the loss of young ones. We pray that you'll be with them and comfort them in this time. We also pray that you look over our city, our citizens, and all of our employees. It's this, and all things we pray in the precious name. Amen. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Give us a roll call, please, Jessica.
Councilmember Little.
Present.
Councilmember Butler.
Present.
Councilmember Skelton.
Present.
Councilmember Reese. Councilmember Phillips.
Here.
Mayor Barlow.
Here. Please let the record reflect all being here, including yourself, the city attorney, and the various department heads. Moving on to the approval of our agenda. Y'all should have received an email with that, laying out the agenda for tonight's meeting. If there's any corrections, deletions, or if anyone would like to have an add-on, please let me know. If not, motion to approve the agenda is distributed.
So moved. Second.
Motion made by Mr. Skelton, second by Mr. Little, to approve the agenda as distributed. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Also, in your email, you should have had a copy of our minutes that was put together from the last meeting of February the 18th, 2025. I read over the minutes. I found them to be accurate, pretty close to what was said. If anybody has any, again, corrections or deletions, please note or bring it up. If not,
Make a motion that we approve minutes from regular meeting February 18th.
A second.
motion made by Mr. Little, second by Mr. Butler to approve the minutes as distributed. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Okay. Recognitions, I don't think we have anything set for tonight, so we'll move on past that. To number 7, visitors. Do we have any visitors that wish to come before the council tonight? Mr. Berg, please step forward and give us your name and address.
Norman Dewberg, I live in 501 South Oak Avenue, Satsuma Oak subdivision. And I guess the reason I'm here, for my son, I guess he's working, but at the end of North Oak Drive, I guess that's considered down there toward the water canal. He bought 10 acres on the left, and Mr. Smith behind me back there, he's got acres of land right across the street. I've been hearing saying it's a private drive, it's a public road, I guess, then they saying they're doing a survey.
Right.
And I don't know, it's.
From the best we can determine, what you were calling North Oak Drive was a road or a right-of-way that's been an unopened right-of-way that was from the original 1911 Grand Bay Land Act, okay? The property has been subdivided, and now we have people building houses, putting in culverts for driveways. We've got power poles going down the road. We really don't know where the road is at, Mr. Berg, so we're trying to have it surveyed to identify exactly where the road is at, because it's going to be a lot easier for us to do that before there's houses, there's driveways put in, we got power poles already, and you know that someday in the not too distant future, there's going to have to be water and sewer down there. So our goal is trying to establish exactly where the road is, and let's identify that first, because, you know, it's our responsibility to make a road passable where we can get down it in case of an emergency, like with a fire truck or something. And with the people building and everything that's going on, the road is not in a condition that we can do that right now. So once we establish where the road is at, then we were planning to discuss it Thursday night at the planning board, and we're probably gonna have to come back to the council here and determine exactly what we need to do to get the road in proper condition, because we can't have homes being built back there and have a road that's a high road that you can't get to it. And I mean, you've seen what we were facing here a few weeks ago when we had all that rain. Somebody told me there was a truck stuck over in the middle of the road that we had pits on just the last couple of nights. Is that true?
My son, he got stuck on his property the other day, riding, had a big pit truck at it.
That's what I heard. I mean, so we,
Like I said, going down there, I guess where the existing gate used, this is gate. Remember Ricky Robert's building on the right, and I think,
right.
I think his last name's Adams, I'm not sure, right past where the guys got working on the old cars. He's in the process of building, Mr. Smith's building, my son's fixing to start building, so, you know, we just heard a bunch of stuff. No, that ain't city road, that's private drive, doing the survey. I guess just trying to find out what's going on, I guess.
it's an unopened road that we think starts and goes all the way from the service road back to the water canal. But as the road goes down, it looks like it could have been just a natural, it could have been as people have moved to get away from the mud holes. But the road kind of looks like it's shifted back where Mr. Jones' place is at. And we're trying to identify, where is the road at?
Yeah, because I've seen an older map, I don't know, it showed the road taking a left through the pond, really didn't even show it toward the canal. I don't know, just trying to get some answers, I guess.
Right. Mr. Roper is building the house now, and some of the other houses are far enough where West Oak goes into North Oak. They're far enough off the road. If the road has shifted a little bit, we feel like we can fix it now.
Yeah.
But we can't once those houses are in there and we start actually making the road, because that road is going to require some work. You know, and the more the homes and the more it's travel. So I just feel like you're, you know, a little bit, you're asking your questions a little before we can answer it. Now, the council's welcome to answer if they would like, but right now, we're just trying to determine exactly where the right-of-way is, where does it go? We're wondering if the road, because we've been told that some of the places show it at 30 foot. Well, if it's gonna be a real road, we need more than 30 foot to ever have the utilities, you know, the ditches to drain it or anything. We're gonna have to ask for additional
I guess that's
foot.
what my son was asking, you know, they're gonna need some more, I guess his property, whatever it needs to expand, he's just trying to find them out, I guess.
Right, without us knowing exactly where the road is at,
Yeah.
we don't know what we'll have to ask or what we'll have to do. But once we find out where it's at, that's gonna be the first start. And then, you know, we'll go from there.
Sounds good, I just wanted to ask. We
Okay,
didn't-
right,
You know, everybody, what's going on, real road, our road, private road, I don't know. That's the reason I'm up here tonight.
Jay, is that pretty close to the way you think? Do y'all have any thoughts y'all would like to add? I mean, we're not trying to confuse anybody.
Yeah.
We hadn't asked anybody to do anything at this point. Not to say we won't have to do something, because we can't let people building tear just the open road up, but we're not expecting you to, you know, I mean, y'all kind of lucky that it was an unopened 1911 Grand Bay Land Act road, from what we understand from our planning board attorneys that's researching it. So, you know, right now, we're just trying to get the road, where it is, what we need to do to where we can get back and forth to the houses. Okay. Mr. Jones, has that been any answer to you at all? Mr. Smith?
Carl Smith, 308 Thomas Road, 560 Norfolk. The road was put in. It's deeded to my property. It's deeded to the property.
Okay.
The only access to my property and to his property is through that road. There's no other access. My property is cut off. I can't go CC Trail because it's cut off by the Mobile River Supply Project. I can't go through I can't access my property. He can't access his property.
Now, he
because
can't, but he's across the street, but I thought yours backed up to the CC Trail.
It's to CC Trail. I cannot access it because I'm cut off with the supply project. I cannot access my property. He
But if it
cannot
goes to the
access his.
CC Trail, you can get to your property from the
I cannot
CC.
access.
Is there anything between you and the CC Trail?
The only way I
Any
can-
other property owner?
Yeah, it's people all the way down on the property.
I think somebody, does your property touch?
You look at it, you gotta see his map,
CC Trail, it comes to
his
a
map.
point.
comes up to a point.
Comes
Okay,
to a point.
okay.
All right, his property, the north, going down through the iron gate. The road goes straight and it curves. And it goes, at my driveway, that's where the road stops. But it goes on around that way. Directly behind this property, you keep on going, you're gonna run into a 5-acre lake, a pond or something like that.
Right.
He cannot access his property. That's why she put the road there, so we can, that's the only way, lot 89 is the only one affected. We cannot access it. We got to have access to our property.
Right, we're not trying to stop anybody from getting to the property. We're just trying to identify what is the city's, what do we have, where's our right of way, and what are we going to have to maintain? Because we had the power company out there putting power poles and all in, and, you know, we're not sure exactly where it's at. And before you get to your house, there's been some driveways added with some culverts that we didn't have anything to do with.
All right, excuse me, but
Sure.
I came to you all.
Okay.
I asked you all, help with the court. Y'all said it's private property, we don't have nothing to do with that. Back there. I said, all right, I talked to, this old other guy that was over the Parks and Recreation, not Fred, but, white guy,
James Elmore.
James Elmore. And, he gave a little insight, but nobody wanted to help with that. Y'all knew I was building a house. Y'all approved all the plans and everything. As far as the, somebody said, I need to put concrete cover. All right, but you got on all the way around to the north, all the way coming on back. You might have a concrete cover, you might have, the rest of it might be, plastic cover, whatever you wanna call it.
Right, and some of those are what we're talking about.
Power pole being in the ditch, you come to the gate, power pole in the ditch, power pole in the ditch, at the metal gate up there. But see, I need my power, that's all, you know what I'm saying, y'all got me held up. You know, I'm trying to get through this house. But if you all knew how to do it.
We do your building.
Yeah.
We're not trying to mess you up on your building. We are trying to identify where's the road at. And
Tell you where the road is, see, let me step
The
forward.
surveyor's gonna show us where the road is.
right, and
All right, this deed to my property. That road is deed to.
Yeah, and he's gonna lay it
89.
out accordingly, you know,
And
to all
it
that.
not go straight. The road curves. It curves on around. You see what I'm saying? But that right there is deeded for lot 89 to access their property. That's the only access.
so your lot,
This my lot right here.
right, This is what we're trying to survey
That's right.
right here.
It's deeded to that property.
Yes, sir, it's deeded, but we got to find out where that's at. Because we don't know.
It's right there, where is it? And it do not go all the way, it's not a straight, it don't go all the way to the end. That road curves on around.
But the road's not deeded to that, correct?
It's deed, it's in.
Well, I mean, the road goes to that, to,
To in front of it, it's
Yes.
not part of his property.
that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No,
We're just trying to find out where this
That's
is
right.
at, right here.
that's right.
It
I've
needs-
looked at it.
Right.
Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, right now, that road, even though it's on this map, that road might be doing this right here. You don't know till that surveyor lays it out and finds them corner posts, just what you got, and lays that out.
Where are you saying that it curves at?
Alright, no.
On past there.
This is the, alright, you come to that, where where that driveway thing start. That's right there. The main road, that's where it started, that's the main road right there, going to our house. So that road there, she put it there, that's the only, this the only property, their property affected and the one over there affected. Because we can't access.
But are you saying this is your road or the city road?
It's deeded to the.
If it's deeded to you, it's a private road. That's the reason I'm asking. You don't want it deeded to you. Because if it's deeded to you, we can't maintain it. Am I right or wrong, Mayor? I mean, if it's-
What is it, right, what does that mean? Right away,
It's just a right of way. They don't, yeah, it's a right of way for us for a public road. That's right. So it's the city road.
but I'm just saying, this is the only access, I got the access for property. He got
We're not gonna mess it up. We just,
I think where the confusion in what the mayor's term is, what he's trying to say is, go out, the surveyor will GPS those points and find it and put flags down through there. Not-
Right. It's supposed to be done this week. The weather messed us up a couple weeks ago when we were scheduled to be out there. But, and see what we're saying here, it's showing 30 foot. And we may have to ask that they give us more, because 30
need
foot is
60,
not,
don't
we can get by with 50 there, but we need 50 feet in order to ever make this road where two vehicles can pass. And, you know, if there's ever gonna be garbage service down this road or anything like that, we need 50 feet.
You're saying that them power poles is not in this straight line, they liable to be.
Randy, if you look down that road right now, some of them about halfway down come over.
They went down, they coming over here, and then all of a sudden they jump over here. And then if you go up here, if you're looking straight down the road, there's one right dead in the center of the road.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling y'all, we don't know how they got there.
But that's not the same. The road curve.
When that surveyor,
Nobody put the road, no. She cut.
We're
the
trying to
road.
get a
I
road
know,
too.
I know
We're
she-
not trying to
I got
mess
you,
with it.
I got you. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying, she cut that road off the main road to access this property and his property. But
So the,
this road here do not go straight all the way down. When you get to my property, that's where it ends. This where it ends, right here. And the main road that comes down, it goes straight on around in a curve. That's the road. As it goes around.
right, and all he's gonna do is flag it to show, see if that road over all these years, the traffic might have just made that road shift over off where it's supposed to be. And that's all the surveyor's gonna do is flag it.
Roads are straight, they start way up
Yeah,
here.
but you know what I'm saying, he's gonna flag it.
That was years before I-65 was ever even thought of. They cut through, that's how those roads are over there. We are working with,
Alright.
I actually come back to the house trying to see if anybody was outside earlier today. Nobody come out, so I was gonna try to talk to you, let you see what we're doing.
Alright,
Okay,
I got you, I can wait.
I really feel like you'll be better off if we can get this.
You'll be satisfied when it's
Identified.
finished.
Alright, I ain't got no trouble.
We're not asking you to do anything. We're doing that.
Alright.
Okay.
I need to fix the car. I need to
Okay.
start inside the house and stuff.
Okay. George, wasn't we told that they're gonna try to do it on Wednesday? Was the target day? Day after tomorrow is when we're trying to have the surveyors start. Yes, sir.
Are they working tomorrow?
Said they wasn't working tomorrow, and then the weather's supposed to be real bad tomorrow night also. I'll talk with you tomorrow, Wednesday at the latest, okay? Thank you. Anyone else come before the council? Okay, we'll go into regular order business for reports, announcements from the mayor and council. Starting with the mayor, as I said earlier, we've had a couple of deaths in our community, and so very sorry for those families suffering from those having to deal with that right now. So they're in our thoughts. We've been busy at the parks trying to get ready for this coming Saturday with the opening day of baseball season. They gave us a list for the boys that they were hoping to get done. I think Dennis and Chris and y'all have been working on those. And hopefully everything's ready there at Lions Park for that. Okay, and then Saturday morning we have starting with the run. Commissioner, have they? Okay. Troy, are you familiar with that?
You think, or you know, or they canceled the run? Just, okay.
Okay, so the run is canceled, so we'll have opening of the Swamp Fest ceremony scheduled for 9 a.m. Got the car show, everything lined up for that. Yeah, that's always a real big drawing attraction for it. And so that starts at 9, and first pitch goes out at Lions Park at 11. So, big day. Hopefully the weather will cooperate and we can have a good day and y'all can raise some money. Okay, also in our packet tonight, we have the budget update. I want to make sure y'all all look over that, because that's the driving force. Just giving it a quick scan. We put it together today, so that's about as up to date as y'all can get. What it should look like this right here. Okay, that's got that. So I know just getting it put together today, y'all may have some questions. If you want to look over it and come back next week, you can see where we're at, so we can start making some plans on some of our other projects we got coming up. I would like to bring up the bid of the I-65 service road, South Oak, West Oak, right in the area that we're discussing. The bidding the road and some drainage work out was going to exceed the 10% of the grant, which was to install water sewer lines. So the county chose to, they're still participating the monetary side of what they had agreed to do, but we're going to have Civil Southeast bid that out as one project. We're hoping to get a better price on the asphalt by making it basically double the size, and will only be one mobilization fee for whoever the awarding gets the contract awarded to them. But that's set for 10 a.m. on the 20th of this month. So hopefully we can get that whole project started, the paving and all, soon after that. So that was a request of the county to do it, and since they are participating, helping us a lot with that, I told them I didn't think we would agree. The only little change also, we are adding the a couple of 100 feet, which will make the tie-in of all the asphalt be together. So that was the only recommendation they made since the last change, but I wanted to update y'all on that. We got a grant from Senator Albritton for $3,900 toward our Christmas parade. It's a very nice letter from him and his office, and I'd like to make sure we thank him, send a thank you to Senator Albritton. He said he hoped that money could be used in whatever way we could to help our Christmas parade stay successful and draw the crowds we've been getting. Remind everyone, Thursday night is a Board of Adjustment meeting, 5:30, and a Planning Board at 6:30. We will be making trips next week. A couple of us will be out of town earlier in the week. I think a couple of them have a Sharpsy meeting at the end of the week. I think Jessica has got the reservations for everybody that said they was gonna try to make the league meeting. It's gonna be held in Huntsville in May. We need anything from anybody else on any of that, Jessica? Okay. With the promotion of Chief Caldwell last week at our last fire meeting, I was going to go ahead and request a list for a fireman to replace him. Y'all have any objection if we call for a list? Yep. Okay. Well, there's a couple other things, but we have them listed under items for discussion or the resolution, so that's really all I have for tonight. So I'll move to public services with Mr. Little.
Okay, I'll mention in our building department, the report for it, we've got, or we had 19 new permits in the month of February, 49 building and trade inspections. We had 15 code violation cases that we worked, and we have 73 active permits at this time. Over in the senior service, we've got the bus made a total of 23 trips for a total of 328 miles. The white van made 22 medical trips, 1 social trip, total miles 498 miles. Our Meals on Wheels, the number of clients we served was 38, and number of meals delivered was 646. Over in the garbage department, we've done a good bit of work on the number 5 truck. We've done some work also on the number 2 knuckle boom truck. We had some lighting and different things done down at the ramp. Also, I did want to mention, which they run today, but garbage will be running tomorrow also. I think that's all, Mayor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Little. Mr. Butler, public safety.
Okay, for the February of, the month of February for the police department, we got calls for service, 634 calls, felony cases, 3, felony arrest, 2, misdemeanor cases, we had 57, misdemeanor arrest, 31, traffic accidents, 1, traffic citations, 54, traffic warning citation, 105, municipal ordinance citation, 3. For the Purvis month, we got calls 517, and for last year, this month, was 676 calls. And on the fire department, for the month of February, we got 61 calls for service. Remergent medical calls, 47. Fire-related calls, 1. Stretcher fire, none. Grass or woods fire, none. Motor vehicle fire, nothing. Motor vehicle accidents, we had 1. Mutual aid given, none. Mutual aid received, 1. Automatic mutual aid given, none. And other calls, we had 14. Arthritis, hazardous material incidents, none. Water rescue and the boat in distress, none. And overlapping calls, we had 2. And the only thing that I want is, I want to talk about the workshop about raises for the policemen and the firemen. You know, I know I've talked with a lot, with the policemen and the firemen both, and, you know, a lot of the people needs some more raises, and, so I just want to make sure that we could think if we could, find with our budget with that. So whatever time y'all want to meet, it will be fine. Anytime's fine with me. And that's all I have.
Mr. Butler's requested a workshop. Mardi Gras this week, we already have meetings, Thursday night, next week. I mean, I think I know all of our schedules pretty well. I don't know how we can make one next week. It'd be difficult the following week. We have a water board 17th, council meeting 18th. So that week, there's already two. We could possibly do Tuesday, the 25th, which would be 3 weeks from tomorrow night, a workshop.
That would be good. What, about 5:30 or either 6?
Yeah, we can do
Yeah, the
Yeah, 6
25th.
o'clock.
That'll be on a Tuesday.
That'd be a Tuesday. How does y'all schedules look for that?
I can't make that night, Mayor.
Okay.
I can do Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I just can't do Tuesday.
Do you have a night that's better for you?
I don't know, I'm waiting on baseball schedule.
I tell you what, we got a meeting between now and then. We got the 18th, we got a regular meeting. Why don't we agree to have one and we'll set it the week, on the Tuesday, the 18th at our next meeting, we will set on whatever night works. Either Tuesday, the 25th, or Wednesday, the 26th is both good for me.
Okay.
All right, just remind us, put that on the agenda for us to discuss at the next meeting. Okay, thank you, Mr. Butler. Moving on to administration, Mr. Skelton.
I don't have anything at this time.
Ms. Reese is out. I would like, just, if y'all would look real quick, George has made a little sketch of the sea field at Wright Park. Y'all know this area has kind of been a wet out through here, where the new restrooms and concessions at. Looking at putting a concrete slab under which the bleachers, which the covered area, and then behind, and then there's gonna be a sidewalk that comes out that would lead to them. It's gonna kind of be expensive to do the D field right now, so my suggestion was for us just to put this concrete here, go ahead and put the slab, because it's kind of wet. Then maybe after the season's over next year, we can come in, this is the dugout here, and the dugout here. Put these in next year and tie the sidewalk in right here. This building's been moved. So you see what I'm saying? The sidewalk would go straight to the field there. But we'll do that next year. It's just, we're estimating we can do it for 10,000 or less, get that done. And that should kind of have that up there ready. So the new fences, the gates, everything's been installed. The lights were, the ones that's out have been replaced and adjusted to the fields and to make sure they're not interfering with the other fields up there. That was taken care of last week. And, like I said, this building's been moved. This was on their list of requests to do. So if y'all don't have any objection, that's what we're gonna
The
do.
only concern I got is if you go put the concrete there, what you gonna do with the drainage? You gotta be sure that water goes somewhere, just putting a slab there is, you might create another problem somewhere else right in there.
Well,
Be sure they look at this when I'm saying the grade.
all right. But other than that, if y'all get a chance to go by and look, the guys have been really busy on the parks, so they've done a good job on that. That was for parks, with Ms. Reese's absence. Mr. Phillips, Public Works.
Mayor, I got a list of things that Chris Bowden gave me here, work they've done the last few weeks. We haul dirt to community garden. They run the leaf act throughout the city. Picked up trash throughout the city. We repaired a drain box at First and Plateau East. repainted the street striping at W.T. Phillips in Chattanooga. We repaired the potholes at Bayou West and Sixth. Removed a tree stump on Second and Bayou. Cleaned the ditch at 6350 Gilbert Drive West. Picked up trash throughout the city again right here. It's double printed. And removed a tree on Orange and Sixth at 6th and 7th Street. And pruned the crepe myrtles on 43. That's all I got, Mayor.
Pretty thick booklet here from Parks and Garbage and Sanitation, Public Works, they've been working on. Okay, moving on to items for discussion and/or consideration. A, payment of the bills.
I make a motion, we pay our bills in the amount of $117,794.45.
117, what?
$794.45.
Second.
A motion made by Mr. Skelton, seconded by Mr. Little, to pay the bills in the amount of $117,794.45. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Show we paid the bills. B, discussion and consideration of purchasing an ad in the Call News for graduation. I think this is something we purchase every year. Jessica, did he give us the amounts of the purchase for the
Yes,
ads?
he sent, and I got it in y'all's binders, I think it's the second page. Black and white and color. They're all different prices.
Let's see.
Not for sure what we did last
I
year.
think we did a half a page, and I can't remember if we did black and white or color last year.
I thought we did a half page, but I can't remember if we did it, if it was color or black and white.
I don't remember the adder for the color, to be honest with you. I think it was a half page though.
I'm okay with whatever the council wants to do. Half page, color ad,
Or quarter page. If you do half page, black and white, or you can do quarter color, it'd be about the same amount.
all right? Half, quarter page color is $3.89, half page black and white is $5.89. Half page color, $7.39.
That's football.
I think that she put that second page in there, which was football. I
Okay.
think it's gonna be that first page.
This here,
Okay,
half-page color, $4.89.
That's black and white, it's $4.89. You gotta add $150 for color.
I thought
It says color.
half page color times 10 and a half.
6 columns.
Oh, six, I was wondering what that was, too.
What was that?
Oh,
Six?
Columns, and then add the 150 for the color on the bottom.
So 490, it'd be 640 for half page color. Whatever the council wishes, fine. I feel like we need to buy one. We've done it every year.
About a quarter with color. Is that all right with everybody?
I'm good with quarter or half. I'm just, but whatever y'all do, whatever, I'm good. I'm not.
I'm fine.
Y'all got anything?
Do the quarter color for $4.39?
All right, second.
Motion made by Mr. Butler, seconded by Mr. Little, by a quarter-page color ad, call news for graduation. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Let us show we purchased the ad. Moving on, number 10, resolutions, ordinances, orders, and other business. A, Resolution 2025-03-01. This is the coastal weather research services that Dr. Bill Williams discussed last week. The council agreed to go with.
The, resolution needs to state, University of South Alabama.
Where are you saying on the
Right here, on the
first paragraph?
first one and,
University of Alabama.
I think the first paragraph and then the number 1.
yeah. Top paragraph and then item 1.
Yep. Okay, this was discussed at length at the last council meeting with the changes caught by Mr. Skelton, adding South Alabama to that in the said places. Is that a motion to
I'll
effect?
make a motion to adopt resolution 2025-0301 with those corrections.
I second it.
Motion made by Mr. Skelton, seconded by Mr. Little to adopt said resolution of 2025-03-01, the Coastal Weather Resources Services. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Those opposed. Resolution 2025-03-02, this is the purchasing where we got the K-9 several months ago for the police department. We got it with the understanding that we'd have to see the dog's performance and how it adapted to working with the art department officer. And according to Troy, you're saying you recommend that
I do.
the dog, so he has turned out to be.
Made several cases, got 9 listed here that were strictly made by Fred and his work on vehicles. He's been consistent with, making cases, as adapted well.
I want to make a motion that we get, Officer Fred. He looks good, but I make a motion.
So,
I've never given an amount.
it's in there.
How much more I'm saying it needs to be in the motion?
Whereas it's in the,
I think it's in
I think
the
it says
resolution.
$4,500 in the resolution.
Yeah, they just didn't put it in the motion, what I'm saying.
On a motion made by Mr. Butler and seconded by Jason.
Yes,
Seconded the resolution 2025-03 to purchase the K-9 for the police department. And to answer Mr. Phillips' question, the price of the dog is $4,500. Any other questions?
Mayor, so have we had the dog already, or have you seen him, or?
Yes, we've actually had, Fred for about a year now.
Okay,
And Rick Pickering is the one that, did the training, selling dogs, same that we bought Rambo from.
okay. So do we still have that unit that we used before?
Yes, he's been using it, this whole time.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions on that? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Okay. Ordinance 520-1, animals in the city of Satsuma. I think this was Mr. Phillips and,
Mayor, to start off with, I'd like to thank, Chief over there for the work he's done on this. He's put a lot of time and energy into it and research. And, I'm not gonna read the whole ordinance. All the council members are supposed to have one. I can read the first paragraph right here. It says chaining and tethering dogs of any stationary object or point prohibited. Attaching dogs to a running line or trolley is permitted. provided that line is at least 10 feet long. Enclosures must be provided a minimum of 100 square feet for a dog over 6 months of age. Then it goes, several more paragraphs here. But I would like to put that in the motion that we pass that, ordinance 520-1 in section 10-36.
I second it.
Motion made by Mr. Phillips, seconded by Mr. Little. We adopt ordinance 520-1, which is amending our dog ordinance. We've discussed this several times in the last few weeks. Is there any other discussion to this ordinance or any questions that anybody has?
Mayor, I've just had a few, complaints also, and then I have seen, firsthand, and, there's actually one right here close to our closest park, about not a block away, and talking about for the kids, and, there's just certain situations, and we need to make sure that we're gonna, police that. But, I think it's a good idea.
It's choice. There was articles in there that's proving that dogs being chained become more aggressive. That's one reason of doing that.
I think this is gonna get it's got a lot more ground now too, because I think this is a discussion at the state level also, that they're
Oh, really?
tightening it up on.
Great.
So I think, we're gonna jump out ahead of it.
Well, good.
Again, thank you, Troy.
On a motion made by Mr. Phillips, seconded by Mr. Little. If there's no further discussion, all those in favor of ordinance 520 signify by aye.
Aye.
And any opposed? Please let it show. All of you passed unanimous.
Let's don't forget, on Saturday, we got, SWAT vest. Let's don't forget about that. I'll be there. Are you gonna be there? Okay, I'll be there too.
Hey, we got opening day at the ballpark Saturday too.
That's at 11, right?
Yes. All right. Just a word of caution, we said in bad weather tomorrow night, so we need to make sure we'll make preparations for that.
Tell Dr. Bill to send our emails out.
Okay, we'll do that.
Also,
Also-
it's approved.
On the upcoming workshop, not just budget, we also need to discuss, there'll be a school board appointment coming up. So, let everybody know that, so they have time to look over it, talk about it, think about what they want to do on that. We have discussed everything that was on the agenda for tonight's meeting. Is there anything else to come before the council? If not, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and second, we adjourn. Thank y'all for attending tonight. Have a good evening.